Shalom, 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 Israel. Call Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekal Kadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders in Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well. Enough respect and salutations, peace and blessings out there to you sincere and hopeful elect, scattered across the four winds of this earth. This your fellow servant Malachi, coming in from the GMS Tampa Bay Church. I'm going to get into a lesson today, just a real quick, short lesson, all right? And it's dealing with these restrictions going down with these different lockdowns that's getting ready to approach the United States, all right, due to the COVID-19, all right, the surge in it. So here's an article, all right, it says this is from the Google, Los Angeles Times. Okay, it says California faces new wave of restrictions and business limitations amid coronavirus surge. All right, so this article is going into the different restrictions, all right, of the upcoming lockdown that's getting ready to happen in California. All right, so when you see these things happen when it comes to California, you should already know that the rest of the other states are going to get ready to follow right after. Okay, so let's go down in the article. We can go ahead and start off right here. It was written, November 16, 2020. It says, with coronavirus again surging across California, officials are faced with a narrowing number of options to slow the spread. So this is how you know for them to slow the spread down, they're going to have to put restrictions down. All right, they're going to have to put restrictions down in order for it to eventually become a whole lockdown. Okay, for the state of California. It says weekly coronavirus cases have doubled in the last month around the state, and Los Angeles County recorded more than 6,800 cases over the weekend, an alarming spike that has officials talking about more restrictions. Okay, so now you see this happening really in almost a lot of other states around. All right, saying that these cases are just spiking out of nowhere. All right, this is how you know that this is all being a pre-pandemic. All right, these people have already set the numbers up. All right, they already knew it was going to these numbers were going to skyrocket. All right, knowing that they kept saying it's going to be a dark winter. All right, it's going to be a second wave of COVID-19, and they were saying all this in the spring. All right, so now it's time. Here it is in the winter time. All right, the time of the gathering of these different holidays. All right, these different celebrations, these entertainment, all these things. All right, they basically opened everything up, open. So in this time of the winter, they know that the cases were gonna be able to be doubled, to be tripled. All right, so they can get ready to shut this place down again. Okay, let's read on. It says the most immediate concern is the Thanksgiving holiday. So this is how you know they're getting ready to shut it down. It says, which officials fear could spread the illness further if people take part in gatherings. So this is a part of the limitations. All right, those are restrictions. All right, it says, but beyond that, officials are trying to balance the necessity of combating this latest spike with their desire to minimize further closures of businesses already devastated by the pandemic or to slow their reopening. All right, because the first wave, all right, it shut everything down. All right, so how much more this second wave? All right. They're getting ready to shut everything down. Any of the businesses they're still open right now, all right, they're hanging on by a thread. All right, so by this second new lockdown, all right, most of those businesses, they're going to be through. All right, they're not coming back. All right, here it is, another restriction going into the travel quarantine. It says California officials are arguing those who head out of state to self-quarantine for 14 days when they return. Though officials were quick to point out that the state travel advisory issued Friday was just that it isn't a ban, it isn't a restriction. California Health and Human Services Secretary Dr. Mark Gailey said they hope that residents take the guidance to heart. We're encouraging Californians to stay close to home. All right, to avoid non-essential travel to other states, other countries, and frankly, across the state if that's avoidable. All right, so it's not a ban yet, but soon they're going to put a whole ban, all right, for you to be traveling from state to state, from country to country. Okay, even from house to house. All right, anything that's not non-essential, all right, they're going to put a heavy restriction on. All right, that's going to be coming due to that lockdown. All right, so let's go. Here it is. They're gonna California's getting ready to have a curfew. It says one idea Los Angeles County officials have discussed is a curfew of some type designed to limit the time businesses are open and people are mingling. Salakia. It says New York imposed a curfew last week on restaurants and bars beginning at 10 p.m. Only takeout orders are allowed after that. All right, so this is how you can see that these things are just crushing more and more and more. All right, everything is tightening up. Okay, here's another one. Reducing occupancy levels. Another lockdown. So let's read this one. It says officials are trying to avoid a repeat of the lockdown California experienced in the spring. All right, they're trying to avoid it. But if the numbers keep rising, if it keeps spiking, if it's going to be a surge in numbers, they're gonna have to shut it down. All right. It says on Friday, Gailey said that the state was not looking today at a statewide stay-at-home order. All of that said, he added, this is a rapidly evolving situation, and we will do whatever it takes. Key words. They're gonna do whatever it takes, all right, to make sure that we appropriately protect the public health of California. And that's going into what? Lockdown. All right. They got the stay-at-home order. They got all these different restrictions. Here it is. They're getting ready to shut the whole state of California down. Here it is with the Thanksgiving gatherings. It says California has generally banned large gatherings, but says shorter, smaller ones of no more than 3 households may be held, provided that they take place outdoors in the hardest hit counties and that attendees physically distance and wear face coverings. It says Thanksgiving offers profound risk if large numbers of guests hailing from different households, especially those traveling from far away, gather. Those who are elderly or have underlying medical conditions are at particular risk for severe illness or death should they be infected with the coronavirus. So here they is throwing that witchcraft out there. All right, letting you know that the elderly, all right, the people with underlying medical conditions, all right, they're at a high risk, all right, especially around this time of Thanksgiving when people are traveling, all right, gathering amongst friends and family. All right, this is where they getting ready to shut it down. Like we at the brink of this. All right, let me see if I can go on some. I think I was in an article that I was just reading, but you get the point. All right, this is the we're getting ready to get to the point to where, when you see California, all right, you got New York, you got Chicago. All right, the next states you're gonna be seeing Texas, Florida. You're gonna see a whole lot of the other big states. All right, when you start seeing those shut down, the rest of the country is getting ready to shut down. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into some scriptures. Okay, we can start in the book of Isaiah. I believe it's Isaiah 24. Yes, Isaiah 24. Start at verse 7. It says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. Verse 8, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. All right, so all the drinking, so like not all drinking, but all the noise, all the joy, all right, all the mirth, all the music, all that's getting ready to cease. All right, all the happiness and all the entertainment. All right, the Lord is getting ready to quickly shut this down. Okay, here it is. You got the family of the word around the corner. All right, you got, it's so many things happening all at once, and it's all gonna boil up, all right, at the boiling point, all right. But we're still at the time, all right, of these things, all right, boiling up, all right. It says, verse 9, it says, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. All right, so here it is. These people are going to be in so much mourning. All right, all that joy that they had, they're going to be thinking about the old times. All right, when America was thriving. All right, they was having money. All right, they was able to go out and just go to the club, go get something to eat whenever they wanted. All right, at their free will. All right, but it's going to be at a mournful state. All right, they're gonna be trying to drink, get some type of drink into the system. All right, but it's gonna be bitter to them. All right, it's not gonna help them. All right, that's how much these lockdowns are getting ready to happen. Verse 10. All right, it says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. All right, that's those lockdowns. All right, the restrictions, the limitations. All right, here it is. You see it in the article with the gatherings. All right, they're going to put it to a point to where it ain't going to be nobody going to be able to come to your house. All right. As you read in the book of what, 2nd Ezra, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right. Verse 10 again, it says the city of confusion is broken down. All right. This place is being broken down. We can already see it. All right. It says every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. All right. Destruction. Great destruction is getting ready to happen. All right. In the land of Babylon. All right. Here it is. We see. All right. The city of confusion. All right. Babylon. All right. This place, this city of confusion is being broken down. All right, we can see it by the limitations, all right, that they're getting ready to put on these states. All right, you see, they have it all out there in the news. This is the great time, all right, to be alive. All right, if you got this truth, all right, to see these things, all right, because the kingdom of heaven is nigh at hand. All right, so repent, all right, and leave off from your evil deeds, because the Lord is getting ready to shut this place down. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to you, Akim and Akwatim. This is your fellow servant, Malachi. Shalom.